Hi everybody, this is our next remote learning bulletin. Happy Ascension Day to you. So I'm going to use the borrowed words from the Heidelberg Catechism. Some of you might be familiar with that, but just a couple words that reminded me this morning about the Ascension. It gave me some comfort. Jesus, who was fully God but also a real human being, sits at the right hand of God in glory. So in his physical absence, I guess I'm just reminded of what an incredible comfort it is to know that Jesus has ascended for my good, for our good, for the good of the world, and from there he governs all things from his heavenly throne. What a comfort. Boy, our worldly governors are a little bit confused right now about what to do in their leadership, and I can't blame them. Bless their hearts, they're a little bit stumped, but it's just great and a great comfort to know that Jesus governs all things from his heavenly throne and is still present with us where we are. So I'm sure you folks heard the Premier and the Minister of Education the other day saying that publicly funded schools will be closed for the rest of the year. We are going to follow suit, people, so it's official. We will not be returning to the school building for our learning this year. And educators are also asked by our governing folks to reimagine education for the fall. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but we're giving it a lot of thought along with educators all over the province, probably all over the world right now. What will education look like in the fall? It is our hope and our prayer that we'll be able to be in the building together, but we'll just have to keep you informed as this conversation progresses. Just as Mr. Park encouraged us this morning about what it meant for Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to flourish in Babylon in exile, I want to encourage us, myself, and all of you to think about what we need to do to flourish and keep flourishing at this time. It's tough to be in a sort of exile, in a sort of limbo, in a suspended situation that's real, but not as real as we typically experience school for those of us in school. But Christ, who ascended and is still King, is still calling us right now to be faithful. And even if that calling has you learning from your dining room table, let me encourage you to continue to be faithful, to find ways to flourish in your learning. There's less than a month left, but what happens from here forward has impact on your learning, obviously on your grades. I just want to encourage you to do your best work for a while longer. Recommit. What is yet to come is key. It's important. So devote yourself to it and do your very best. I know that your teachers are doing their very best to support the learning that happens at Smithville Christian High School. Students, be strong, have courage, finish well. Few quick notes. Graduation. So our grade 12s have told us loud and clear that they're not really that interested in having a Zoom graduation. And so their desire is to have as close to a normal graduation as possible as soon as we can possibly do it. So we're hearing you grade 12s, and we've communicated this to them already, but we have set August 29 as the date when, if possible, we will have a grad. And if that doesn't work, we've also set October 10 during Thanksgiving weekend as a date on which, if possible, we will do a normal grad if we haven't been able to do it by then. So there will be no grad ceremony on June 24. We'll see what else happens around that time, but that's just an update on grad. I want to give a reminder that our last day of learning is June 16. That's a Tuesday, and on the Wednesday, June 17, we will together finish the year in a chapel. That will be the last thing that happens, June 17. A couple days earlier than was placed originally on the schedule. Our 40th anniversary is coming. It was scheduled for the 23rd, now it'll be the 29th, and it will feature a recorded celebration which will premiere on May 29. Our community will get more information about that and a link to it. I hope that you intend with your families to enjoy that on May 29 when it rolls out. I want to tell you that enrollment for grade 9 for next year is stronger than expected. So folks, if you have friends who are thinking about their schooling, whose kids are thinking about where they go to school and could yet be blessed by a change to a Christian high school, direct them to us. You know that we long to bless more families and more students. So if there's anything that's going on that's confusing to you, ask your teachers, students. Parents, students, if there's anything in general that's confusing, ask us. We want to keep communicating what we're doing in remote education right now. But we wish you blessings for the home stretch. We'll talk to you soon.